Okay, so I want to talk about a few things concerning stunt coordinators. Now, a stunt coordinator is basically the leader of all the stunt drivers, utility stunts, motion capture stunts, people going jumping, any stunt doubles. Okay, so there's a stunt coordinator. Just like the guy who was doing the stunt coordinating for Michael Myers, the Halloween that came out this weekend. He did Rob Zombie's Halloween and stuff. He's the stunt coordinator. So the Hollywood Reporter did an article about early in the morning, and it was about the let's see, it's called the stunt. They did this after weeks of collaborating. It was within the I guess SAG and AFTRA. Certain people were, it's kind of like if you think of the what is it, the Board of Education, where everybody's talking in council. So everybody's talking in council, okay, behind closed doors, and they talk about what should be done. So you have, basically it's called the Stunt Coordinator Minimum General Standards Eligibility Process. Say that 5 times fast, okay? So it's to ensure the safety of all the stunt performers there. Now, I want to talk a little bit about a few people. I want to talk about Joi Harris. Joi Harris was probably the first African-American motorcyclist to really to do a lot of achievement on motorcycles. She's licensed. She did a long series of stunts on motorcycles, like just riding, just a really great professional motorcycle racer. But to do stunts, to do racing is one thing. To race on a track, to race, against other people, that's one thing. Got a goddamn airplane up there. To do a stunt, a dangerous stunt on a movie is a whole other motherfucker. It's so different. So Joi Harris, Joi Harris, I put an article concerning Joi Harris's death in the description below. Joi Harris died when she doubled for the actress who played Domino in Deadpool 2. I watched it, and I watched most of the stunts. I mean, it goes by so quickly. But she died crashing into the tower. I forget what the name of the tower was. It was in Canada, I think. I think they did the shooting in Canada. This is for the, with Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool. I gave a little tribute to her on my Twitter account. So it was an accident that should not have happened. She didn't have a helmet on. She was going very fast, and she was doing a turn or twist here and there, and it was sad. She died almost instantly. Now one of the reasons some people speculate that she had been, I gotta lean because I'm holding the phone. One of the reasons she had died was because they wanted someone to match the actress who plays Domino, one of the few characters that survives during a free fall, doing a parachute fall. A lot of characters die, including Brad Pitt as the Invisible Man. That they wanted someone to have the same skin color. And they felt that if they got a white motorcyclist to double for Domino, that it would be blackface, it would be racist. I'm sorry. And I'm saying this to Me Too people, see her hashtag, all you CW actresses and virtue signaling left-wingers and beta males and cucks. Safety first. Safety first, okay? I don't care if a white motorcyclist doubles for an Indian actress or black actress or Cherokee actress or Latina. Safety first. If Joi Harris was not qualified to do that stunt, bye. We love black people, we love black power, we love white power, we love yellow power, we love all kinds of power. But if Joi Harris could not do that stunt, she had no business on that set, okay? She might have had business doing a little bit as far as racing, but to do a stunt she was not qualified for, Other people speculate the reason she died was because maybe the stunt coordinator wasn't qualified, and thus got her into more trouble than she was entitled to be in. And that's harsh. That's a hard thing. So before Joi Harris, John Bernecker died when he fell. He slipped and fell the wrong way, and he fell, I think, 60 feet down, and he hit his head on some. Oh no, it was the railing. Before that, a stunt woman, fell to her death when she missed the landing. There was like a fireman's parachute where it's like a big soft landing, and she missed it and hit the pavement. Her head hit. She was brain dead. There have been people, I think John Tyree, or somebody named Tyree, Tyree, another stuntman died falling to his death for a movie. I think that movie was with Burt Reynolds, and that was when I was born. So in the past, stunt people have died falling to their deaths. Harold Lloyd, who was a comedian, lost one of his fingers. One finger, no. And so he lost his fingers doing that clock. I think it was the clock, climbing the clock tower, that famous scene. So, you had people who had problems. The Three Stooges weren't going to do any dangerous stunts, because Larry said, you don't have to worry about it, Mr. Director, because we're not doing the scene. Larry Fine was insistent on not doing his own stunts like that. The Three Stooges, they didn't want to do all that stuff. A lot of that stuff was crazy. They got stunt doubles for the Three Stooges. So throughout time and space, you've had people fall to their doom or even suffer permanent being crippled, and they can't go back. We think of, Bobby Holland Hanton. We think of Kim Fardy, and we think of Natasha Bambry and Melissa Jin and Daylin, Dailyn Matthews, Daylin Matthews, and all kinds of people. I mean, just, we think of Geeta Tandon, and you never think that these people can get seriously hurt. I don't care if somebody is going to look black or white, whether it's fake painted skin or not. You cannot get someone inexperienced. Now, what this stunt coordinator minimum standards eligibility process is supposed to do, it's an online service that the Hollywood Reporter has reported that stunt coordinators with 500 days minimum would register and would qualify for certain movies to get certain people. I think more should be done besides the 500 days minimum as an eligibility, because there needs to be specific stunt people to do those specific stunts. Now, you look at me, I exercise, I'll even show you, on this floor I do push-ups, I do sit-ups, I do, I'll even show you over here. We'll take a tour. This is my scooter. I also exercise with that. Take a tour through the house of how I exercise, okay? Every morning I do this, okay? I do a certain number. I do up to 100 I do up to like 1,000 cycles on this exercise bike. I straighten out my legs. I do a lot of stretching. I have severe type hemophilia, okay? That's what I do. And that's tough on me. And I say this because I could never do those motherfucking stunts that Bobby Holland Hanton can do, that Chris Brewster can do, that Howell can do. Not the NFL player, the other Howell, that guy. So Justin Howell can do great stunts. Maybe there's certain stunts Justin Howell can't do, and I definitely can't do it, but other people can. You get the right person for the right job. Forget race, forget anything like that, okay? Sometimes you'll have a male stunt double for a woman for a scene far away. Like let's say Gal Gadot I'm not saying Gal Gadot is going to do it. Let's say Gal Gadot has to wear a heavy jacket and a helmet, and she's going to run in through fire and stuff, and you can only get a male. Hey, you know what? Get over yourselves with your virtue signaling and Me Too movement. If you get a woman stunt double just to say a woman should do this, but if she's not qualified and she's dead, what does that do for you? If she's dead, a Canadian rapper this past weekend died he was on the wing of a plane rapping. And I forget his name right now, but I'm gonna post the rapper's article, I'm gonna post the Hollywood Reporter, and I'm gonna post the death of Joi Harris in the description below. The guy fell. He fell, I mean, he was on the wing of the plane, he was hanging on to the wing because the weight of his body on the wing of a small plane, the pilot was like this, and he couldn't correct the angle. You know, his tilt was off. So because of that, the plane crashed and the rapper died. So that was hard. So because of Joi Harris's death, John Bernecker from The Walking Dead, because of all the people before them who fell to their deaths, because of Harold Lloyd's unfortunate fingers missing, you know, we have to think about what's best, you know, because as in the article for Hollywood for the stunt coordinator, the new stunt coordinator program, an insurance company who sees an injured stunt person is going to say, who is the stunt coordinator? Who is the registered stunt coordinator for this new online program? Well, we don't have one. Why not? You know, and that's true. One person said this. You have to be careful with these kinds of things. Stunt people are not CGI characters. They're not just images on a screen. They're images on a screen. When we go to the theater, when we watch this on Netflix, when we watch this on Hulu, when we watch this on YouTube, when we watch this on TV, we are seeing people who are literally risking their fucking lives to do what they're doing every day. Okay? And that's one of the reasons, and they're taken for granted, and that's one of the reasons I do this, okay? This is one of the reasons I do stunt double takes. I made a pledge, I made a New Year's resolution that I would give thanks to the stunt people every single day through the end of the year. And then after December 31st of this year, I'll probably not do it every single day, but I will definitely report often about stunt people and what they do. Now, for that Canadian rapper, you were stupid. You shouldn't have done it. I mean, the guy trained, quote unquote, he trained. I mean, I'm sure he did, but if you haven't, you have to do this stuff for years. For Bobby Hall and Hanton, the guy who doubles for Chris Hemsworth and Chris Evans, you know, Thor, Captain. This is the physical Thor and Captain America, okay? For Bobby Hall and Hanton, he had to go through school. You got to learn how to run fast a lot. You have to learn how to jump. You have to learn how to do like gymnastics. You have to learn how to do all kinds of impossible things. And on a regular basis, you have to be 100% focused on what you are doing. And if you're even 80% focused or 70% focused, they should just grab you and throw you off the set, okay? And that's true, Bobby Hall and Hanton. If you don't think you're completely focused on the job, and one day that will happen. You get old, your body gets old, your mind gets tired. It can be a headache. You should retire immediately for your family, for your children. Don't keep doing it if you know you can't, and anybody can. Don't waste that kind of time. So I'm glad that SAG and AFTRA created this online program for stunt coordinators. I'm glad it's not much right now. From what I read in the article, it's not much. 500 days, that's all right. I mean, that's a good start, but it is a good start, and we need to see more guidelines. We need to see more specific guidelines for online registry for motorcycle and car, for other utility stunts, including motion capture, for acrobatics, gymnastics, for even fire stunts, martial arts, you know. I mean, some people could get seriously hurt even trying to do mixed martial arts that they're not experienced in. You know, if you have an orange belt, but they want a black belt on the set, that's how it's got to be. You know, you can't sit there and say, you know, if you between a woman stunt double who has an orange belt, who's going to do Gal Gadot's stunts, and a male who's skinny, a scrawny male who has a black belt, I'm sorry, ladies, but I'd rather see the guy do the stunt for Gal Gadot, hypothetically, in that situation, than a woman to do that stunt for her and she dies. That's not right. We got to think of people's lives before anything else. These stunt people are always going to exist long after I'm dead. Okay? Long after any of us are dead. So this is a lot to think about, and this is a good start for SAG and AFTRA. It's sad what happened to the Canadian rapper. It's sad what happened to Joi Harris and a lot of other people who fell to their deaths, John Bernecker. But I encourage everybody, there's a motorcycle going off. So we're going to wrap it up here. And I encourage every stunt person to do their stunt, to put a stunt reel, because you never know what's going to happen. And we hope that fucker outside with his motorcycle, he doesn't fall to his death. So let's see what happens. So take care, peace out, be kind, be cruel, and be safe.